It's like, I think that all of us can fall into, in the Enneagram world, all of us can fall into sort of stereotypes of what a type is or isn't. And I think that one of the really useful parts about the instinctual bias model working in tandem with the type strategies is seeing more nuance to human beings and how they are and what their values are and how that's expressing. And again, it can complexify things, but if you keep it at its sort of simplest bit, it can be so useful because a stereotypical one, if you're going to believe Instagram about what a one is, all we care about are loading dishwashers and tending to our succulent gardens.
Color coding
and,
your closet.
Right. Bullet
Proper
journaling.
uses of a semicolon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that one? Okay.
You got her. You hit a nerve.
Important. But the truth is, and this is, again, speaking about myself personally as a human being going through life with a one strategy, I have learned that I really do care about the rules that I think are important, and the other ones I do not care about. But I still think I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so part of how I see transmitting, working with my type strategy is that I'm more comfortable with that dissonance than I think some people would be. I'm not focusing all of my attention on just myself and my nest or you know, I can laser focus my attention on this situation or that situation. And in awareness to action language, it's sort of broadcasting and narrowcasting. I can see big picture and spotlight, and I can pick out what's wrong with all of those and decide what I think matters. You know.
Let me ask you this, Lee, just because this comes up so often, and I don't want this to turn into a typing episode, but what you just described is very similar to a type 8. How they kind of believe, you know, what's right, wrong. And a lot of, how do you describe that difference?
Between a type 8 and a type 1? For me, there's sort of a somatic difference between them. If 8 is striving to feel powerful, then there's a certain amount of energy that's there. I don't know. For me, there's a difference between right and wrong with type 1s that don't necessarily come onto the screen of awareness of an 8 in the same way.
Okay.
It's my way or not my way. Whereas I am describing that's true of how I make decisions, but that's a lot of work to figure out that's true of how I make decisions. For most of my life, I was doing the right way, and there was one, and I knew it. It wasn't my way. It was the way.
Yeah.
And for the type 8s that I know and work closest with, I see less of a concern with the right way. And it's more I'm putting my energy behind what I think is right.
Okay. Thank you. I know I kind of put you, it does. I kind of put you on the spot, but that is something, because I'm assuming there's probably going to be some people listening to this who are like, am I an 8 or am I a 1? That just tends to be one of those, kind of more, there are some similarities. And so
for sure,
kind of curious your interpretation of that.
And I think that there are similarities between all of us as humans, right?
Yeah.